Minister, welcome to the House on this very important motion. And can I welcome the government's decision to sign up to the EU Digital COVID Certificate. I think the vast majority of us welcome the return of international travel, with the caveat. And there's a lot of hypocrisy by members of the media, by members of the opposition, who had a silver bullet in their arsenal in January and February, and all of a sudden they've changed again. But that's the joys of being in opposition. To be fair to you, Minister, you have a job as government to be responsible and to take action, and you do that, to be fair to you. The robustness of the mandatory hotel quarantine is evidenced by, first of all, the figures of the variants and of the people who have got it. And we've seen the case in Melbourne, where one person who tested negative and then traversed across the city, and is it 4,500 or 5,000? I was listening to Luke O'Neill this morning on News Talk, and I was aghast at the number of people that one person in a short period of time, having been in mandatory hotel quarantine, could infect or contaminate, whatever word you want to use. Minister, the easing of measures regarding hotel quarantining is absolutely necessary, in my opinion, from an international aviation perspective. And many of us in the Transport Committee have been discussing and debating this for a long time. The relaxation for the European member states is to be welcomed. The common travel area is one that many of us had hoped would be the pilot test, but given what's happened with the Indian variant in the UK, I understand where we're going to with that. Minister, Professor Ferguson was before the committee regarding the use of antigen testing. And we've heard from members of the House here today regarding antigen testing. And I know Professor Houlihan wrote to you in his capacity as CMO, which you as Minister for Health. And I do think we need to have a real debate about PCR testing versus antigen testing, so that we can give confidence to people that if we use the model of antigen testing, that it will be robust, it will reveal proper results, which I think it will. The decision last Friday for many people signified a return to some type of normalcy or normality for us as an island nation, given that we are hugely in need of connectivity. And that's why I think our aviation sector are ones that we need to have an absolute urgent reintroduction of the Aviation Task Force with a view to recovery. I know we've made decisions as government, but our travel sector, whether it's travel agents, hospitality, pilots, airline staff, ground staff in Dublin, Cork and Shannon, have been severely and profoundly affected. And in the context of the pandemic, that industry has been gargantuanly hit. And if you went out last week and spoke to the men and women who were, in a very dignified manner, protesting, whether it was here or the convention centre, you couldn't but be impressed by their sincerity, professionalism, balancing their real need with public health. And it wasn't there wasn't just populism, it was a real, honest cry for help. And I've been struck, having met with staff at Cork Airport and here in Dublin last week, of the need for us as a government to really do more for the aviation sector. Minister, in the time I've left, and I won't be speaking in the vaccination debate, can I commend all involved? Could I ask that you would look up and follow up in terms of the vaccination centre at the Munster Technological University, formerly CIT in Cork? I'd like to get an update on that, because I do believe that it's one centre that could be continually used in the fight against COVID-19. Minister, all of us recognise that we've come on a journey. Colm Henry used the word, or the phrase, Victory Day in terms of the scenes of last weekend, and I'll conclude in this. We all know it's not. and we all need to keep our collective guard up. But I commend you for your work, Minister, and your sincerity. Good morning.